your goals in 2025, and specifically for me, and what I hope you can resonate in this video, is the subject of exploration, the power of exploration. People underestimate the power of exploring. They already want to know the answers right beforehand. They want to go to social media and study self-help and study self-development and study all of those teachers. But then they're like, oh no, what's the right choice for me to do in 2025? I have to find the right answer. I have to find the right technique. But they're doing everything in their head. They're doing everything in their head. And the problem with doing everything in your head, the brain can warp your reality. Because the brain's language is behavior, and whatever you spent your time on inside of your head, the brain gives you more. So it also gives you more confirmation bias. But if you go out in the direction of your excitements, in the direction of your interest, in the direction of uncertainty in the world, and you explore things that you're excited about, that you're interested in, like a baby that learns how to walk, like someone in athletics who learns how to play basketball or any sports, we know this from any kind of profession. You explore things and you know them intrinsically in your body. And that's what's missing in society, the exploration. I can tell you for me, even this live streaming right now, I'm live streaming, that's gonna be uploaded, is an exploration for me. A lot of people are like, no, I have to get views, I have to make sure that everything's perfect, I have to make sure that I'm successful. But then you can't find out new things and you can't find out what you like. And I want to talk to you guys today for you to find more awareness for 2025, to have more clarity, because that's what it's all about, clarity and awareness. Because if you don't have clarity and awareness, you can have a tunnel vision based on being reactive to a pattern that comes from your childhood, and you're just running into a direction that makes you completely unhappy. So questions are so powerful because our brain always wants to answer questions. And with our thinking, after thinking comes actions. After decision making and choices comes actions. But a lot of times you can't see the information because you are not asking the right questions. If you ask questions like, oh, why does this always happen to me? What is wrong with that? You're getting those kind of answers. But if you get kind of questions like, hey, what do I actually enjoy? What do I want to grow next year? What do I care about? What am I excited about? What do I resonate with? Those questions are very powerful and they can help you to have a better direction in 2025. I can tell you about myself. In my eyes, I see it as, okay, what direction do I want to go to with my content, right? I'll give you guys now a worldly example because specific examples are really great. I've been really successful on TikTok. I almost have 800,000 followers on TikTok. I've been really successful on Instagram, 250,000 followers there. But those are mostly short-term platforms, short-form platforms. Because people go there a lot of times to distract themselves for emotional entertainment. So in my eyes, is that really the audience that I want? Or is the audience that I want the audience on YouTube? Because I'm the kind of person who goes on YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube is my favorite platform. If I like a creator on Instagram or TikTok, I always go on YouTube. So if I ask myself, oh, where do I want to stream? Do you see it's already connected to, okay, where are the most serious people? This platform also pays the most. This platform for views, Instagram and TikTok, pays a minimal percentage for what YouTube does. So I look at that and I'm like, okay, this is a question that I ask. Where are the most serious people? What platform is supporting their creators the most from the social media platforms, right? Because there's also a community platform like School that really supports their creators as well, but it's not a social media platform. So those are the questions that I ask myself, and then I'm like, okay, I want to explore streaming. Why do I want to explore streaming? Oh, because when I stream, that video is immediately uploaded on YouTube after. I don't have to do a lot of extra work. And a lot of streaming at the moment is very popular. So do you see how I ask myself questions, and good questions, and then get answers in what direction I want to go? So let's say I'm going to explore YouTube for this year, right? The streaming. And then I want to ask myself, okay, in the moment of streaming, because you ask yourself the big question, right? The actions that I want to do, the activities that I want to do. And then I ask myself, in those activities, how do I want to be? How do I want to show up? So for example, with streaming right here, this is not scripted, and I'm literally exploring, while I'm making this video, me being on camera. And this is literally me talking out loud right here, so you can see what it is I'm experiencing. So it's not only the activities that we do, but it's how we are in those activities. So some of the things I want to explore within this activity is my intuition. What's fun? What are themes that I want to talk about? How can I be most myself? How can I be most authentic? So while I'm streaming, I might go through a lot of thought processes in my head, and I'm trying to leave out the thoughts about, oh, how do I get more viewers? How do I get this? Compared to, oh, what lights me up when I talk about it? Even if it might not be the subject of the video, right? What lights me up when I talk about it? What is it that excites me? And then I literally jump into this uncertainty, and I'm trying to find the most direct pathway to how I really am as a person. The most direct way I don't have to think a lot, and then choose those thoughts. Choose those thoughts. So this is an exploration because I don't know if it works. And I can be okay with it not working, but I'm trying it out. But if I never try it out, it might work. It might work just being myself, showing you guys how much I love trees here, the color of trees, making videos outside, being in this beautiful nature, surrounded by trees. It might work because you might be like, oh, I really resonate with being out in nature, and I want to be outside in nature more. And instead of me just being a creator who constantly teaches this method and how to change your brain, etc., I think a huge value is to present the way I'm thinking, my perspective, my unique perspective. Because I trained it for years and years and years. And you get the perspective, and then you can choose what works for you. Because that's what I enjoy with creators. So it's this exploration right now for me to be on this stream, and afterwards it's going to be a video, so if you watch it afterwards, hi, and be myself and talk about things that light me up and that excite me. Now, do I know if it's going to work for me to make a career out of it? No, but I have to explore it. And then when I explore it, if I don't explore it, I never know, and I never go into that terrain. And maybe I'll learn other things from it. Maybe from streaming, I'll learn more public speaking, right? The skills. People are always about the outcome, the outcome. I saw a great video yesterday by Lucas on TikTok. His name is Squid. He made, this is one, and it got such a low amount of views, but it was one of the best, if not the best video I've ever seen on TikTok. He talked about if you want to have a good girlfriend, instead of going for the result, his main principle was, instead of going for the result in life, instead of go for the results, go for the process. People always will be like, I want to have $1 million. I want to have a big company. I want to have an amazing girlfriend. Instead of saying, I want to have an amazing girlfriend, ask yourself, how can I become an amazing man? How can I become an amazing boyfriend? How can I become the man that people want? And focus on that and put the work in that. Go to the gym, build physical fitness, build my character, self-develop, meditate, like the process. And this for 2025, I think is the biggest deal. To not make it about the results, oh, I want this, I want that, and then constantly check for it, but make it about the process. And in the process is also taking risks, exploring. And me exploring right now as well. Oh, I'm talking slower. I'm talking faster. This is how I make a point. This is how I enunciate this word. It's exploring, but we have to, in the way of exploring, we have to allow ourselves to be wrong. We have to allow ourselves to make mistakes. We have to allow ourselves to be carefree, to be creative. If I don't allow myself to be creative and carefree and slow down and not try to be the best always, because that's one of my, I don't want to say traumas, but that's one of my coping mechanisms. Always trying to be the best, always trying to be the best, always trying, and then you're so stern, you're so focused. Yes, I'm having a lot of success with it, but I feel like I can have way more success if I learn how to lower the importance more and bring creativity in it and slow down and relax. And that's the practice, right? And that's how I also change those patterns, those trauma patterns, if you want to call them that way. Trauma always sounds so dramatic. So that's the exploration, and that's where we allow ourselves to be ourselves, to find ourselves, but on the path instead of with self-help addiction. On the path of walking, taking actions. And this is what most people don't like. That's why they like to buy programs and sit in their room and think about things and then only be in their head and then trying to make decisions. But how can you make decisions if you don't walk in the terrain? You feel the air. You feel the movement of the ground. You understand the parameters of the subject. When you edit, when you play sports, when you do social media, when you make videos, anything you do, only if you do them, you understand them. So 2025, instead of about self-help addiction, it has to be about exploring. And I don't know where I'm gonna go, right? I know what content worked for me. I'm still gonna do that content, but I wanna add new content to bring variety into it. And I wanna have breakthroughs, and I wanna be more successful. I wanna have millions of subscribers on YouTube. I want to do acting. I want to be in movies, right? And maybe I make it, we'll see, but I'm exploring, right? And that willingness to explore is so powerful. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And yeah, my live stream today was about exploring. That's the power of 2025. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, even at the end now, if you guys have any questions, if you want to talk about something. If not, I'm going to end it right here because that's all I wanted to talk about. All right. So I wish you guys a beautiful day. That was my live stream.